Okay, so a quick intro about myself, Kumar, and I have like 13 years of IT experience, and out of which like I'm into the Workday from past 9 years. And I'm a Workday certified HCM consultant, Workday certified time tracking consultant, Workday integrations consultant, and also a Workday studio consultant. Now, currently, I'm working with one of the Workday customer, and I'm based out of the Hyderabad. And prior to Workday, I'm into the SAS, statistical analysis systems, and here I worked as a ETL developer, and where like I used to write the logics for the data transformations, and I used to deal mainly with the end user reports in the SaaS enterprise guide. And my prior experience, I worked with the one of the leading automotive industries which uses Workday. And also I have done like around 3 to 4 complete end-to-end developments when I was with the Accenture. Now, with this course, right, so you guys have been nominated for the Workday testing course. Okay, so let me share my screen, guys. I think my screen is not the share mode. Yeah. This is the course content which I'll be training you guys. The first is the introduction to the Workday and the difference between cloud and the non-cloud environments, Workday versions and the tenant types, basic navigations, organizations in the Workday. So up till here, all this can be considered as a introduction to the Workday, according to me. Okay. And then later on, identifying the test scenarios and writing the cases, job profiles, job family group, and the job family, request one-time payments, request compensations, personal information change in the business process of the Workday, request LOA and time of user transactions like creating positions, hire, rehire, change job, terminations, work shifts, performance and development, career development plan. I'll discuss on this at the last of the course. Creation and testing the reports. So here we have like simple, advanced. I can also take a few extra reports. Testing holiday calendars and the work schedule calendars. How to test validations. Like it's mainly the validation errors which end user sees when they are configuring something in the Workday. The pay groups is very important. Overview on the outbound and the inbound integrations. So here I'll completely build the inbound and the outbound integrations. Agile, sprint, refinement sessions, Scrum, retrospective, day-to-day activities, bug live, discussing real-time requirements with the above modules, interview questions, and how to test summary reports. This is the complete the course content. So basically this course, right? So let me differentiate first into the 2 different types. So one is Workday HCM integrations. I mean, so instead of HCM, I'll put functionals, guys. Workday testing. So basically, when do you test any product or any configuration? So once the development is built in the Workday, not only in Workday, in any technology, guys, okay? It's common in all the technologies. Once you build something new in the environment, then later on you need to do testing. So here we have different types of testings. One is unit testing. So guys, whenever you have any doubt, so please stop me immediately, okay? Even if it's like a small doubt also, don't hesitate to ask. We have user acceptance and then finally into the production. So who does this unit testing? This unit testing is generally done by developer or implementer. In simple words, means whoever builds this configuration newly, they will do this. Who does the UAT? UAT will be done by the business user or their team. So like if I am a developer and Ajay has provided me some requirement. Hey Kumar, please build this. So as per a ticket, either it can be like Jira or it can be in the service now. I will take up the ticket and I will move the ticket status to the in progress, and then I build it. Once I build this, then I will move these changes into the UAT environment. And then their business will test their scenarios. So with this course, either you can be the business users like a compensation partner or like a HR partner, or sometimes even like a HR directors. You can play any of the role. In some cases, what happens, business may not know what exactly is the Workday. So in that situation, you should write the test cases on behalf of the business, and then you should try to implement that scenarios in the UAT environment, and then you need to provide them the output results for their validation purpose. That is something which I'm seeing very frequently in my experience, because most of the business users, they may not know what exactly how to do the changes in the Workday. Either it can be due to the security, or else it can be due to the lack of the knowledge, or else they can be completely new to the Workday. So like for example, if someone is moving from PeopleSoft to the Workday, then they may face some difficulty in executing the scenarios, or they may not have the knowledge. In those scenarios, what we will do, we will be the business users help hand, and then we will execute them. And then later on, once the business user team gives the green signal, hey, all the changes looks good and it's working as expected, then you will promote the changes into the production. So in the production, who will be there? End users, like employees or any other. Okay. So now, if you see this course content in much detail, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. These things comes under the Workday functional. Introduction to Workday and difference between the cloud. And Workday versions. What is the current Workday version now? And what are the different types of tenants which we see in the Workday? What is tenant here? Tenant is nothing but it's an environment. It's an environment where we work. We are not supposed to call Workday environment as something like an application or a software. Workday has given a unique name called as a Workday tenant. And then we also needs to know how to, so today, unfortunately, we are not able to see the tenant because, we are seeing some error in the tenant. Let me try one more time, guys. Okay. And then basic navigation, right? If someone gives you the Workday tenant, so how do you navigate in it? What are all the do's and the don'ts? Just like that, you cannot use the tenant. We need to have some awareness in order to use the Workday tenant. Okay, so and what are the different worklets? What are the roles? Roles means here again, it's a part of security. Okay, and what are the related actions? What all comes under the related actions of the each configuration or the navigation? And what are all the different types of organizations? What are organizations like? We have like different org types: supervisory organization, the cost center, location hierarchy, company hierarchy, region hierarchy. So all these are the different organizations in the Workday. And apart from this, we also have something called as a custom organizations. Now, when you build any of these organizations, you need to write the test scenarios. Scenarios. So I will consider chapter 5 as a testing. Okay, so the 1, 2, 3 comes under the basic navigation. And from the 4, if you build something new, you need to test this. Okay, so from the 4th chapter, what I will do, I will build it, I will execute the test cases. I will execute the test cases, like what all to test for each type of organization. And then even for the job profiles, So 1, 2, 4, 6. Next, coming request one-time payment. So up till here, this is the HCM module, guys. Next comes the request one-time payment, how to change the compensation for the employee. Like say like every year we'll be having the merit appraisal cycle, right? I hope everyone has gone through this phase. Have you seen the appraisals in your career? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, right. So before executing the appraisal for employees, they will do the 1 round of complete testing. Now say like in this pandemic, I have created a lot of remote locations like Delhi remote, Gurgaon remote, Chennai remote, San Francisco remote, all these things. So once you create something new in the Workday, I have created San Francisco remote. So I will pick up few set of India employees. What do you mean by the word India employees? Means employee who is part of Accenture India Private Limited. You're not supposed, for the Accenture India Private Limited, you cannot go ahead and add the San Francisco remote because it doesn't make any sense unless and until employee is on the short visit. Employee is on short visit, right? Now say like I'm based out of Hyderabad. I'm working for Accenture India. So system should not allow me to change my location to San Francisco. If it's allowing, then it means there is a bug. Am I correct? Or else I need to be on the international assignment. Means it's a staffing event where the employee will be in the San Francisco for few months up till November 24th, something like that. In those scenarios, up till November 24th, okay, Workday should show my location as San Francisco remote or San Francisco office location. After 25th, again, I should be back to the Hyderabad office. So these kind of scenarios, we need to test it. Okay. And similarly, if someone has created COVID allowance, where each India employee will be getting rupees 1,000 every month as a COVID allowance. Why this allowance? During the pandemic time, we have seen a lot of medical purchases, like it can be like masks, medicines, everything. So employees bearing rupees 1,000 for each and every employee towards their COVID medicines. So in these scenarios, how you test it? You will first prepare the allowance plan, okay, called as a COVID allowance, and you will roll out this plan to all the employees. You will roll out this plan to all the employees. Once you roll out, in all the employee profiles, you'll be seeing what? COVID allowance. And this should show as 1,000. And you should build in such a way that this plan is applicable to only to the India employees. Means here you need to build some eligibility rules. This plan is only for India employees. So here what we do, we will write a logic called as compensation eligibility rule. Means so-and-so plan is eligible only for the India employees. Now what you do next, you will try to roll out this plan to the US employee, France employee, China employee. There it should throw a validation error saying this employee is not eligible for the COVID India allowance. In that way. So whenever we build any configurations, we also need to put some validations so that it will not impact any other region employees. Either it can be a compensation, either it can be a one-time payment, it can be anything. What is request one-time payment? So what is one-time payment? Some of the employees, what happens when they join the company, they will get the signing bonus, which is one-time payable, right? Which is one-time payable. Now, say like in India, you're eligible for the joining bonus of 15% of your CTC. If your CTC is 30 lakhs, then what is the 15% on the 30 lakh? It's 4.5. It's 4.5. And again, this is based on your band. Like if you're joining as a manager level, you can be eligible for 20%. If you're joining as a senior software, you're eligible for 10%. So how to build all these things? So one plan, if you are rolling out to all the employees, new hire employees, then based on their band level again. So you need to build in such a way that one plan is applicable to all the employees who are part of India. Then once you build it, what you will test? You will test from the top level, CEO. CEO is from US. You try to add this one-time payment plan to the CEO. Then he should not be eligible because CEO is from US. This is a one-time plan, one-time payment plan for the India. So you're not eligible. So CEO is not eligible. So a test case is positive. So like that, we need to build n number of conditions. We need to check in all the directions. Okay, that is the about the one-time payment and compensation. So chapter number 7 and 8 is something for the compensation. I will build everything and also parallelly we will test it. Parallelly we will test it. Next, 9. 9 is what? Business process. Business process, personal information change. So here, along with the personal information change, I will take up additional 2 or 3 business process so that you guys will be familiar with the business process chapter also. So now in this personal information change, what we do is we will build a BP in such a way that what is business process? It's nothing but the workflow. It's nothing but the workflow. Now say like after your hire process, you have noticed that your date of birth is wrong. Your date of birth is wrong. So instead of 1990, it's showing as 1980. Some human error. The HRs or the recruiters, instead of 1990, they have put 1980. You have noticed after your joining, and then what happened? You have requested for your personal information change. So what you do, as you are an employee, you will be having access to modify your personal information. Am I correct? You can modify your personal information. You can modify your dependents. Say like you got married. So what you will do in the Workday, you will add your spouse details. You will add your spouse details, your spouse date of birth, everything, because the data from the Workday will be integrated with the other insurance companies. Say like if your insurance partner is Religare, then data from Workday will be sent to the Religare. Then automatically what will happen? Your spouse will be added in the Religare system also. Then health card will be generated for your spouse or your parents or your newborn. It can be anything, any addition or any deletion also. So all these things. Now, whenever you add, you modify your date of birth, right? You need to attach a proof for that. Either it can be your PAN card or your passport or your Aadhaar card. It can be anything. The valid proof as per your company norms. Then the HR will approve it. Now say like during validation, if the proof is missing, then HRs, they are not supposed to approve it. So it should throw an error. ID proof document is missing. This is the first case. Similarly, whenever you are adding your dependent, a newborn, if you forgot to add the date of birth, it should throw an error. If you forgot to add your gender, whether a baby boy or a girl, whatever it is, it should throw an error. So all these things will be covered in the personal BP. Okay. And also during the hire process, the hire BP. What is the hire steps? So first, when the recruiter will initiate the hire employee. Okay, so next, followed by the review step, which is approval step. HRs will approve. And then later on, compensation. In the compensation, what they will do? They will add your salary. Okay, they will add the compensation grade. They will add the compensation package, and they will also add the allowances, mandatory allowances. If something mandatory is missing, then it should throw an error. So like this, for each and every step, if you write the test scenarios, it will go beyond 40 or 50 test cases in the unit testing itself. Once you cover close to 40 or 50 for each and every scenario, then what will happen? It will be easy for the business users to test it. Then we can relax actually. If you don't do the complete testing, there is a possibility of hitting back again. So in the personal information, we'll be seeing these things. And request time off and leave of absence. This also comes under the time tracking. Is it 9 or 10? Yeah, 9 is business process, which is nothing but the workflow. It is nothing but workflow. Next, in the 10th, we have time tracking LOA. So what is time tracking and what is LOA? Followed by the testing. What is time tracking and LOA? Time tracking in the sense, now you can create the optional holidays in India, right? You can create a optional holidays. For example, what are the optional holidays in India? We have something like a day before Diwali, okay, or something like a day before Dasara, or in few states, right? You may have this Varalakshmi Vratam, or Bakrid can be like an optional holiday, and you know, like Onam will be like an optional holiday. So each employee is eligible to take 2 optional holidays in a year, if that is a requirement. So now, every year, we know, right? So our India calendar is not the fixed calendar. Do you guys agree? Do you guys agree? Our India calendar is not a fixed one. Every year based on the local calendar days, right? There are like in the Karnataka, Onam can be on one day. In the Kerala, Onam can be on other day. Or else in this year, Onam will be on September 2nd. But in next year, Onam can be on September 8th. Because our regional calendars are different. And also they see the stars and everything, right? So each and every state will be having some, the person who see this, all these things, right? They will decide the calendar. Means in next year, when does Sankranti falls? When does Pongal falls? We have only like 4 to 5 fixed holidays, like December 25th, Christmas, October 2nd, Gandhi Jayanti, August 15th, Independence Day, January 26th, Republic Day. These are the fixed. But the rest, all the festivals, they fall under the non-fixed days. Means the days will vary. If you take US, they have the complete fixed calendar, right? So this will be a, like work schedule calendars and the time off calendars are very important, especially for the India, because we need to configure at least 1 month before to January. By December 2022, your next holiday calendar should be ready in the Workday. This at least takes 10 to 15 days of the build activity and also the unit testing and business users testing. So, and apart from these optional holidays, how do you test? Right? How do you test? Say like in India, September 6th is optional holiday. Just assume we have some Varalakshmi Vratam today. Now, today, and also this is applied only to the Tamil Nadu and Karnataka region. So only Tamil Nadu and Karnataka location employees can avail these optional holidays. Right? This is one scenario. An employee who is part of Delhi cannot avail this calendar. That is second scenario. And On optional holidays, you cannot keep any other casual or sick leave, any other leave types. This is third scenario. And say like September 7th is a working day. Again, on September 7th, you cannot apply optional holiday, but you can apply casual and the sick leave or earned leave. So like this, if you see, you need to write a hell lot of testing scenarios. We need to test beyond our imagination sometimes, because a user can apply a leave in any ways. And also you cannot apply optional holiday and the sick holiday on the same day. Means two leaves cannot be applied on one single day. Or like this, if you see, at least you'll be writing a 10 to 15 holidays. And same time, a US employee should not be eligible to avail India optional holiday. UK employee cannot be availed. China employee, Japan employee. So like this, if you see, there will be a close to 15 to 20 scenarios. Okay. So any doubts still here, guys? Any doubts, Ajay?
No, no.
Others, Chandu? Chandu, any doubts before going to the rest of the content?
I think we can move on.
Yeah. Okay. So this is with respect to the time off. And then what is LOA, leave of absence? Leave of absence is something where we build maternal leave, paternity leave, parental kind of leaves, all these things. Means once the employee is on leave, then the employee is considered as a inactive employee. When the employee is on leave, okay, so their payroll will be impacted. Say like if the employee is on maternal leave, then you know what is your company payroll. So all the female employees who are on maternity leave, they'll be getting some 50% of their salaries. Okay, and they are considered as inactive employees. And still like that, like what about the accruals? What is accrual? In few companies, say like a casual leave or sick leave will be added on monthly basis. Okay, every month they'll be getting like 1.25 of sick leave. So during this time, they're not supposed to get that 1.25. Means of this 6 months maternity leave, employee should not be accredited with any other leave type or any other time off, because employee is already on maternal leave. So it's a long time, long leave. So they're not supposed to get any other leave. So like this, we'll be having a lot of validations. So we will build the same thing, and again, we will be testing the same thing. Now, recently, China government has considered that every employee who is having a child, okay, okay, child for 3 years, means child till the child receives 3 years, they are eligible to take parental leave of 5 days. Means after 3 years of age, they are not eligible for this leave, parental leave. So in these scenarios, what we will do? First thing is, we need to add the dependent called as child in the workday. Then only, right? So here the logic, how it will be, from child birth date to last date of leave, estimated last date of estimated leave. This should be only 5 days for each year. Means each year they should get only 5 days max. They cannot take the 6th day leave. If they're taking additional day, it should throw an validation error saying like, so you have exceeded the parental leave of 5 days. Now you are not eligible. So please apply next year in that way. As per the content, okay? We can discuss with the business users how they need the content. Accordingly, we can add the validation messages. So after 3 years, they are not eligible. This is the new rule which China government has passed to the all of its employees, all of its country employees. So like this every year, 5 days. Now say like in this, from this Jan 1st to December 31st, okay, from Jan 1st to December 31st, if the employee is not using these leaves, it should lapse. It should not get carry forwarded to the next year. And this 5 days can be taken at any time. Say like in the September, you have availed only 1 day of parental leave. Again in October, what is the balance? Balance will be 4. Again in the November, you can take like complete 4 days, or what you will do, you can again take this on November 2 days, December 2 days. And again, you cannot avail this 5-day leave on non-weekends. I mean, weekends, say like on Saturday and Sunday, you cannot apply for this leave. You can apply 1 day on Friday, 1 day on Monday. So like that, if you see, you can write so many test cases. Okay. So this is about the leave of absence requirement. Next, creating positions, hire, rehire, change job, termination. All this together will be considered as a staffing. Staffing. This includes a bit of HCR and a bit of recruitment also. First is positions. What is positions? So whenever the manager requires any new additional employee, either internally or externally, so manager will create a position. So he will request the recruiter to build a new position in the Workday. So how can you build this? Right? You need to build it in the team. One thing, guys, the positions will be created inside the team. Most of the generally a non-Workday guys, what they think, or else non-ERP guys, who is not part of these modules, they think they will be hired into the company. That's wrong. Employee will be hired into the team, because in that team, they create a position, they will be hired. If you see now, these days, let's assume we all belong to Workday team. We all belong to Workday team. I am from India. You guys can be from UK or US, but still we report to the same manager. Does it make sense? So as I am from India, I will be part of Accenture India. If you are from UK, you will be part of Accenture UK. And from US, you will be part of Accenture US. We belong to same team, but our companies are different. And our pay groups are different. I am part of monthly pay group. You guys are part of bi-weekly pay groups, because you will be getting a salary bi-weekly. Means you will be getting every 2 weeks once. Right? Once in 2 weeks. Yeah. And you can be part of semi-monthly also. So, and also our location is different. I am from Hyderabad. You guys can be from San Francisco. You guys can, or Paris or London or Toronto. It can be anything. So here, what kind of testing you do? You will create a position, and then later on, what will happen? You will change the employee organizations. You created position. Okay, software engineer. You have hired me. I am Kumar. Okay. Now later on, you moved me to the Accenture US. You moved me to the London location or San Francisco location. In that way. So in that way, we need to write the test scenarios based on the position. And also there are different types of positions based on the worker. A position for the employee or a position for the contingent, for the contractor. If it's a contractor again, they should not be part of any pay groups, because contractors pay will be not part of the pay group. They'll not be processed in the payroll. They'll be getting salary from their respective consultancy or else third-party companies. So we need to build the scenarios in such a way that it tests all the possible nodes. Okay. And then followed by a hire process. So what are all required for the hire? So here, what we do, we will take the feedback from the recruitment team. Okay. And then once the candidate is selected, you will hire an employee. After hire, again, same scenarios. The same will be repeated. Change job. If the employee is promoted after 1 year, then you need to change the employee position. You will be changing the employee team and everything. So hire along with the change of transactions. Change job means employee promotion, change of employee company, change of employee cost center. You might be moving from sales department to the marketing department. Then automatically you will move to the different cost center, right? Or different region or different location in that way. Then followed by the termination. Again, in the terminations, what you will test? Whether the leaves and all are getting paid. What about the balance, right? Say like if you are leaving on September 15th. So for the September 15th, if you're eligible for 1.25 of sick or casual leave, then based on prorated basis, you would only get 0.75 of leave, because for 15 days, it's by 2, like that. For 18 days, how much? We call that logic as a prorata. So we'll be testing each and every scenario with respect to terminations also. Okay, so here, this is a very lengthier topic. So we will build, so all these things, guys, we will build even here also. I will build everything, same thing parallelly, we will test it. Because for the testing, first we need to understand how we are building. And later on, we will test it. We need to, at least you need to spend some hours to write the test cases. Because the productivity shows only when the business users will not come to you back. Once you build it, that's it, done with the unit testing. We need to ensure that we have completed, we have covered all the possible scenarios. Or else if you don't do proper testing, if you move to the UAT phase, if business comes back with the issues, then again you need to start the development. Okay, so instead of that, a proper testing and the parallel changes in the development will ensure the good quality product. Okay. Next, work shifts. This also will come under the work schedule calendar. I said, right, optional holidays, all those things. So this also will be part of time tracking. Next, performance and development, career development plan. Performance and development will come under appraisals. Okay, so the same thing, I gave example, right? Merit process. Career development plan. So this one I will check with Dharma. So what exactly it is? Is it career development plan in the Workday or else of yours? Okay, whether like resume preparation or whatever it is. But this is known with the other name, talent. Okay, in the Workday, we call it as talent. Talent and also learning. Okay, so for each quarter, you need to complete 20 hours of training in the Workday. Means you need to complete the 20 hours each quarter. So what are all the courses that are eligible for you? Say like if you are a Java consultant, so you need to be getting only the Java courses. If Java consultant gets Workday courses, it's of no use, right? So in that way, that kind of testing we'll be doing here. And then a creation and a testing reports. So this is again a reporting, calculated fields, reports. Simple, advanced, matrix. Parallelly testing. You'll build a report. Say like, hey, I need a, HR will ask you, hey, I need a report which will extract the new hire employees of this month from Hyderabad location. So how do you build it? What is the parameters here? So basically, you will ask them, hey, what are all the fields you need? Then HR will say you, I need like employee name, employee ID, right? Employee date of birth, employee work location, this way. Employee hire date, employee date of birth, employee home address, employee office address, everything. Again, in the home address, you'll have a different sections like address line 1, address line 2, address line 3, city, state, district, pin code, everything. So each one should be coming in one field in that way. So you need to check a complete report, full file, full report testing, and also followed by each one of the report field wise. Now say like parallelly, what you will do, I will pick up one employee called as Ajay. I will change Ajay's date of birth. If I change Ajay's date of birth, again, I will try to run the report. Then a new date of birth should be seen in the report. Am I correct? New age should be populated. I will change the Ajay's date of birth by 2 years. Okay, so it should vary. So we need to take the snapshots of before, after. Before Ajay's age was 28. Now Ajay's age is 31 because I have made these changes. These 3 snapshots you need to take it in that way. And similarly, you'll change Ajay's location pin code from 6,01,000 to 6,14,000. Just a random change, that's it. So before Ajay's change was 6,01,000 in the report. After the changes, it's showing as 6,14,000. So like that, we need to do each and every field. If there are 50 fields, then 50 scenarios you need to write. Okay. Next, a testing holiday calendars and work schedule calendars. This also will be part of time tracking. Same. Same thing. So you will modify the calendars. Say like for the next year, 2023, I will get the holiday calendar for India. I will build it. I will get a holiday calendar for China. We need to build it. For the Japan, we need to build it. Korea. So for all the countries, you need to build it. You need to move it in the Workday, followed by the testing, because each region has its own calendars, right? Each region has its own calendars. Next, how to test a validation. So all these things I will be covering in this itself. Okay, I will be covering in the testing itself. Sorry, 17th, right? Okay. 18th is pay groups. Pay groups also will come under the organization. So I think 15th, I think I have missed something. 15 is reports, 16 time tracking, 17 is validations. Again, I have put 15. Then 18th is pay groups. Okay. Then 19th is integration. This is very important, guys. Inbound. What is inbound? If the data is coming into the Workday, that is called as inbound. For example, how many of you have seen this at time tracking devices? Means once you enter into your office, you will place your thumb in the biometric. Then only you can enter into the office. Or how many of you swiped your ID cards? Once you place the ID cards on the time tracking devices, door will be opened after checking your card security. For example, I will show this one. These kind of devices. Have you seen these kind of devices at the entrance of your office?
Yeah. Yes.
Right? Or you will see like black devices, these kind of devices. Right? Here you'll be placing your thumb, or you'll place your ID card somewhere here. Then only doors will be opened. These are known as a time tracking devices. So this will record your in time and out time, and the data will be in their system. What I will do, I need to pull the data and load it into Workday system. Means data from any other system into the Workday is called as inbound process. For example, I'll give you a simple example. So you have a overhead tank on top of your house. You have a water storage, right? In India, we can see a lot of tanks on top of the apartments or on individual houses, wherever it is. So how is water coming into the tank? That is called as inflow. Means inflow is the water is coming from the underground, or else the water can be stored into the tank from local municipal water. So inflow is water coming into the tank. That is inflow. Same thing here. Data coming into the Workday is called as inbound. What is outbound? Water. What is outflow? Water from the tank to all the taps. Taps in your washroom, taps in your garden, or taps in your kitchen, taps in your wash basin, everything. So this is a outflow. Means from the tank, water is going to the different outlets. That is called as outflow. Similarly, from the Workday, if the data is going to some other systems like ADP for your payroll processing, or data is going into some other Delta dental systems, insurance systems, okay, or some other time systems or other travel systems, that is called as an outbound. So we will test this. That is inbound, outbound integrations. We'll build it, and at the same time we will be testing it, how it is going. Okay. Next, agile and sprint. This is a general topic, sprint methodology and agile methodology. So I know both the things. I know the sprint, agile, and also I know Kanban. So for this, we will not test anything, because it's like how to open the tickets and how to complete the ticket as per the time, what is the buffer time. So all the calculations, okay? We'll not do any kind of testing for this. And then discussing real-time requirements with above modules, interview questions discussion, how to prepare a test summary report. So all these things, bug life cycle also will be covered along with this, discussing real-time. So whatever I'm teaching here, from here to here, is real-time scenarios only. Okay, it's not like I will teach some basics. I'll be picking up 1 or 2 scenarios from the real time, and then I will be going deep into it. And then interview questions, I will take the mock interviews, and also during any topic, okay, I will say that this is a interview question. Okay, I will say like I'm explaining some logic. I will say that this logic can be asked in the interview also. I'll say in that way. Okay. And also apart from that, we can have a quizzes once after 3 chapters or whenever the tenant is not working, right? Say like today, a tenant is not working. So what I will do, I will take a quiz. Okay. So that I will ask some interview questions. I will ask like main concept. How do you answer this question that way? Or
Kumar?
what is your approach on this? I'm sorry.
Kumar?
Yeah.
What is the duration of this course altogether?
Duration, because the content is huge. Because here I'm covering, don't think about duration, just think about the quality. This is completely build.
Yeah.
Build along with a testing.
Okay.
Okay. So duration, to be honest, it will be from 30 to 50 days.
Okay. So let's say about 2 months. Yeah.
Less than 2 months. Less than 2 months. Okay. Because please don't think about the duration. Think about the quality that you will be learning. Okay.
That's brilliant. And also I have another question, like what is the scope of like jobs? I'm already working on Workday. I'm working on reporting and other factors. But what would be the scope like to grow within the organization or to apply for a new job? So how is the market for Workday testing at the moment?
So you are working on reports. Still, what else you're working?
Mainly into reporting at the moment.
Okay,
but
so you only know, I think you should be knowing the different types of calculated fields.
Yeah.
You know the simple report, you know
simple,
advanced
search,
reports.
advanced, matrix.
So you only know chapter number 10.
I only know chapter number 10, yeah.
I mean,
but I have already learned configuration, compensation,
okay.
because I'm actually working on talent modules for reporting. I'm also working on advanced comp and compensation at the moment.
What about
also the dashboards?
What about the time tracking? Dashboards and all, they're just like simple.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about the business process?
Yes, I'm working on that as well, workflow.
You know how to modify the each and every steps?
Yeah, how to add a step or how to delete a step, correct, cancel, resend, all of that.
Then what about the time tracking and absence management?
No, I haven't worked on it and I have no idea.
What about the staffings?
Yeah,
what
staffing,
about recruitment?
hire, job change, termination.
What about recruitments?
No, I haven't worked on recruitment as well.
Okay. Then what about the integrations? Inbound, outbound.
Worked on inbound, yeah.
Right. You have different types of integrations, like you have core connector, you have EIBs, you have peakoff.
I only worked on EIB. Yeah, no, I haven't
EIB
worked
is
on
a simple thing. It's something like ABC in integration, but we'll be going much deeper into core connectors. Then you can also be the integration specialist also. Right?
Yeah.
And also along with that, testing.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions?
No, I'm good actually.
Others?
Others?
It's clear.
It's very clear, right? Yeah. Thank you for attending the demo. I will send the schedule to you. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Kumar. Thank you, Dharma. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a great